Perhaps the most meta-relevant card on this list is Yukiko Baba's Exeggutor from that set, which is the second E-card set in the second generation. In Genetic Apex, Exeggutor is basically an off-brand version of Exeggutor EX, having functionally the same attack for less damage, and slightly less HP to represent the difference between an EX Pokemon and a non-EX Pokemon. For the purposes of comparing meta-relevance, we will be looking at Exeggutor EX and Exeggutor from Aquapolis for this reason. In Genetic Apex, Exeggutor currently is the cornerstone of one of the strongest decks in the format, where it's comboed with Celebi EX, who deals 50 damage per energy attached with no ceiling. Believe it or not, this is actually extremely similar to a strong meta deck during the Neo to E card format in Generation 2. Exeggutor's debut in Aquapolis had two attacks that were based off of the amount of energy that was attached to either Exeggutor or another Pokemon. The first was Super Explosion, which had you discard energies attached to any Pokemon and flipped a coin for each energy. For each heads, you deal 40 damage. This was great if you just switched an Exeggutor and you had a Pokemon on your bench with some energies attached that you wanted to get some utility out of. It being colorless also meant there were some niche tech options to slot Exeggutor in for. The second attack dealt 10 damage times the number of grass energies attached to Exeggutor to your opponent's bench Pokemon. This was extremely strong because Meganium from Neo Genesis was still legal, and its effect, Wild Growth, was basically the same as Mythical Island's Superior's Jungle Totem effect, where grass energies are treated as double. That meant that in 2 turns, Exeggutor was dealing 40 damage to any benched Pokemon, and that will go up 20 damage a turn, plus the option to blow up the opposing Pokemon if they try to get around you by switching in.